You know, Zeb was saying a few streams ago, like, that I'm like, he was like, man, you're like really, really optimistic about like making it, on YouTube and doing all this sort of thing. And it's like, nah, I'm, I'm just being realistic. Like, I've done this before. I've done this before and I know it'll work. I know what works. I know enough about YouTube. I know enough about, not only that, it's like, I went out with, Nick and Nair today, and legit, like, over like the past several weeks, people have just, like, I've been hearing like the same exact phrase just worded slightly differently told to me by so many different people, like, about like, oh dude, um I totally thought that, like, when we grew up, we would have, uh the kind of the people like Bale and Levine and Gideon and are doing, like the kind of stuff that they're doing. I totally thought that we would have grown up, like, at this point we would have been on that wave. We would have been those dudes doing that thing. And it's like, dude, we were supposed to. That's what would have happened. If I never got those copyright strikes, we would have been in that position. If I never got kicked out of school, we would have been in that position. But like, several things happened which prevented us from being in that situation. But ultimately, that's us. Like, those are our people. We belong in that spot. And no matter what the situation turns out to be, no matter what holds us back, sooner or later we will end up in that same position. We're trendsetters. Legit, the stuff we were doing today was funnier than like these actual guys on YouTube, what they do. The only difference is we just don't record it. Like, there's always these moments that we have repeatedly over and over and over again, like year after year, where we look back and we're like, ah, damn, bro, um, that thing that we were doing, like 3 years ago, and now it's popping off like on YouTube and TikTok and stuff. Like, this happens on like a regular basis. Like, we're trendsetters with the stuff that we were doing. All like the pillow fight tournament, the what's it called? Man, I was literally just thinking of something. Damn, it was like the kick in the holes in the wall. Um, all the different kind of like offensive memes, the car memes, all that stuff. We were really on this like wave, like super super early. The Hoon memes, um, the stuff we were doing like with the Elon Musk memes, way before any of that stuff was a thing. Like, but the amount of people that were making Elon Musk memes, we were in that camp when it was like the amount of people were like less than 100 people. The stuff that people are making jokes about now, we were doing 3, 4, 5 years ago. And it's like, you look at the people who are like popular today, they're like who we used to be. They're like the same. They're like the wave that we had 5 years ago. That's what that was. And people, over the years, I hear people tell me stuff like, um, "Oh, you should have done this, before. Like, you should do this, you should do that." Like, people always say that to me. Um, and they tell it to me, even when other people are around. They say, "Oh, you got to do this," because they expect me to do it. Like, even earlier today, this dude was like, "Oh, uh, the flower bomber TikTok, like that one that went viral. Oh, the flower bomber strikes again." He's like, "Oh, bro, you should have done this before you got kicked out of school." And it's like, I remember when I was planning my senior pranks in school, they were like, everyone was telling me, "Oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that." They didn't want to be part of it though. They knew that I was the one who was willing to do it. I was the one who was willing to go out here and embarrass myself. I don't care about what the embarrassment or what people think of me or whatever. And actually, I do care. I do care deeply, but I don't care in the way that, like, it's a selfless kind of caring where I don't need them to view me as like a king. I don't need them to view me as like perfect. I don't need them to. I care what they think because I want them to think, I want them to have fun. I want them to be entertained. Ultimately, I'd rather be a servant than a king. I'd rather be a jester than a king. And I thought about that. If I was to live a life from start to finish, from birth to death, a full life where I could choose to be either a king the entire time or a jester the entire time, yeah, I would choose the latter. That's what I am. I'm a servant to the entertainment. And everyone, bro, everyone tells me, specifically with Balin Levine, like, I think I'm more like Gideon than Balin Levine, but everyone tells me I'm the same energy as Balin Levine. But Balin Levine, like, he doesn't cuss and things like that. He's a lot more family friendly than someone like Gideon. But everyone tells me, I think personality, no, I am more like Balin Levine. Multiple people have told me this. We're both immature. We both like to troll people who like take stuff too seriously, who like, can't take some time to like laugh throughout the day. Neither of us smokes or drinks or vapes or does any of that stuff, right? Neither of us care about what other people think of us. Both of us were attempting to occasionally succeed in, how would you describe it? Not necessarily attempting to meet like rappers in high school, basically. We were both making content on YouTube, which eventually led to both of us getting kicked out of high school. We both made diss tracks on our school. We're both skinny gang. He's got a homie who looks identical to Mirage. Also, I believe he lives in Georgia. I think he lives in Marietta. I know he's in Georgia all the time because Faison talked to me, went to Icebox, whatever. I don't know if Faison went on stage with him with a camera. But I think he lives in Georgia. Maybe, this is just one of the places that he said he's got a place in, It's kind of weird when I think about it, how alike we are. I know he's younger than me by a couple of years, I think. And also, I did see this. I didn't watch many of his videos, but I saw he called himself a pirate. He has like a minivan that's like his pirate ship. That's what he calls it. And it's like, dude, I say the same thing. I'm a pirate. That's like my philosophy on how I live life. I eat when I'm hungry. I sleep when I'm tired. I don't care what time of day it is, how many meals I've eaten throughout the day. I don't care about the schedule. If I'm in the mood, I'll just go on a road trip to New York. I don't care. Like, that's my lifestyle. I'm a pirate. Like, we are pirates. My crew, everybody, like, we're part of the ship, part of the crew. This is stuff I've been saying for years. We got the same energy. And I know. I'll show that to the world. I'll show that to the world that not only do I think I'm just as worthy of making a living from a full-time career in content creation as Balin Levine, I think I'm more ahead of the curve. I'd love to collaborate with him one day. I think he's a super cool dude. I'd love to like hang out with him. Go raid Walmart with him. Go troll people with him. But yeah, we got the same energy. And you know what? I'm pretty sure he would say the same thing. Like, oh yeah, no. He would say that he's more ahead of the curve than me. And I wouldn't want it any other way. If you're not saying that, then I'm not like you. So that's how I know I'd be like him. If he's out here going like, nah, I'm actually better than you, then I know we're alike. But I am better than him.